Welcome to the Ipswich Film Festival for Youth. My name's David Finn and I'm the director for 2020. The Ipswich Film Festival for Youth is a short film competition for kids 7 years through to young adults at 25. Over the next couple of weeks, it's my pleasure to introduce you to some of the local professionals who have volunteered their time to be judges for the competition. First of these is local identity EJ Garrett.
Being connected spiritually and culturally is very, very important. Reconnecting with our culture and life and spirituality is part of our journey in life through our connection with the land. It is healthy for their well-being to understand that they receive that energy from the land. Ngayam Barawai Birigan Wajar. Barawai Wajar is big land.
Well, EJ, tell us a bit about how you got into film and what is it that got you interested?
So I'm originally from Rockhampton, and there was a production company based in Rockhampton, Bush TV, and they were doing a lot of content around the place, and I was a consultant, I was a training consultant. So I helped out with training. I went on a few trips with them and they asked me to get in front of the camera. So after that, I just, fell in love with the idea of storytelling. Yep. So I kept working in the media industry. I did sports, I did journalism. I'm now producing mostly factual content, so documentaries. And I've been running my own production company for over 7 years.
Right. Okay. So as a storyteller, can you help our contestants? How do you put a story together? How do you make sure that you start at the right place and you can actually take people on that journey?
My first documentary was about this Aboriginal story that all my mob, everyone talked about and knew about, and it almost like became an infatuation for me, this story. So I ended up getting a small amount of money and making a 12-minute documentary on this story. And when I look back, it's probably my greatest piece of work. I haven't replicated it since. But so I suppose when you're looking at filmmaking, it's such a difficult thing, making films. One of the toughest jobs I've ever done, but the most rewarding. So if you're going to do a story, it takes a bit of work. It should be a story about something that you understand and you appreciate and you love, so that you can do the best possible job. So in saying that, when you do tell a visual story of an idea, you can make that any way you want to make that. You can go out and hire a big production crew and get a production company like mine to come in and help you make that story, or you can just shoot it on your iPhone with your friends and family. And that's how accessible filmmaking is. Anyone can put a film together. I think the main thing is that the story, it's all about the story and your love for that story.
Yeah. So if we're looking, and one of our sections is for kids 7 years through to 11, is there some simple models that they can follow just to help start the person who's viewing it at one spot and get them to the end?
Well, it's interesting, like today's content. doesn't necessarily have to be linear. It could be just fun. And
Yep.
I think when looking at that age group, consider the experience that's going to bring to that young person of create a creative experience. So not only do they get to be creative, but they also get to know a bit about the technology, and they also can have a lot of fun with it as well. So with that age group, consider it being simple. I've shot a few films with some young people, and yeah, it can be a long day if you don't make it fun.
Yep.
So make it fun. Don't necessarily worry about the process of filmmaking, like the structure or the narrative. Just have some fun with it, and you'll find some gold in there that you can package up a great little story. And then when you come to IFFY and you see it on the big screen, the young people are going to love it. They're going to love seeing themselves and seeing their ideas on a big screen.
Great, cool. Can you recommend any, I guess, free or cheap video editing software that's on the market that you've come across that would help kids and parents to put something together?
Yeah, when you purchase a computer, a Mac or a Microsoft computer, there's normally a linear editing software on those devices. So I use Mac, so there's iMovie, and iMovie is a great bit of software that you get on your computer or get on your iPhone, and Microsoft, and there's other apps you can get on Androids as well. So just have a look around. The basic thing is in editing, make sure you know what you're shooting. So you've got a clear understanding when you get into the edit. You know exactly what images and what voices and sound you're going to put in to the edit, and it just all sits in the edit easily. Nothing worse than getting to the edit and not knowing.
Yeah.
Not knowing what you're actually going to make. So my advice is, for young people who are going to shoot this film, make sure it's clear on exactly what you're going to make before you start. So when you film it, and you go to the edit, then it's pretty straightforward because you see it and you just put it in there, and then you get yourself a short film.
Great, cool. Well, thank you for your time. Certainly appreciate your effort just coming out today, having a chat to us, but also for being a judge for the second year. Really, really appreciate it. If someone wants to make tell a story and wants to get a hold of you, how can they do that?
Yeah, well, I'm on social media, of course. So EJ Garrett. You Google EJ Garrett, you find my website. Just reach out, and I'll be happy to support anyone. And then also through IFFY as well. If anyone has any questions, they can go through IFFY, and we can certainly get back to you.
Great. Okay, cut, and that's a wrap. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, brother. Good luck.
Thanks, EJ. Entries are currently open for this year's competition. Entries close the last day of the Queensland third term, being Friday the 19th of September. For all entry details, please visit www.ipswich.qld.gov.au/IFFY or just Google Ipswich Film Festival for Youth.